Everybody, welcome to another episode of Fourever Rivals. Everyone, welcome in the stream. How are we, guys?
Fantastic, boys. Good to be here. As always, we can't hear Manny's voice. So it'll be an easy episode for us.
There's something's wrong with Manny. He's a banana, right? So I don't know what's going on. He has to do once a week get organised, right? And he comes on like 2 minutes before the stream. He doesn't do anything for us during the week, right? Then he comes on and he can't even get the sound right. So what we'll do is we'll leave him on there so he looks like a big banana. How's that sound?
Sounds pretty good. Can you boys hear me all right?
I can hear you. I can hear Quinn. And we are starting out. We got Toby Crook on there. We got Jimmy. Plenty wrong with Manny. Yes, we know there's plenty wrong with Manny, mate. Beer and popcorn ready. Yes, and let's hope he gets on because I've got a few things. We have got a bit of We Are the Navy Blues. Yes, the live chat's going. Who else we got here? We got look at this. We got Ken. Ken works with me and Manny, right? So how are you, Ken? And guess what, Ken? Your banana there, right, who runs the bloody train system, can't even get the sound going. So how's that sound, right?
I ain't jumping on no trains now, mate.
Hey, boys, John Holden, always on. John Holden, he's a star, man. Big Bluey's there. And, look at this. We have got Jason, and we've also got Joseph Lusa, Bangkok Joe. He is the star of Blue Sunday. So he's on there all the way from Bangkok. Ken reckons good, buddy. Good. He's doing good. I reckon he means good that Manny's not talking. What else? Yes, that's true. What do we got? Hey, boys. And then we've got Manny runs the train system, explains quite a bit about the train services. I agree with that. So how's everyone going, mate? What a week in football. Let's be serious. What a week in football. Let's talk business, mate. Let's talk business. How was your week there, Quinny?
Yeah. Pretty sure. Footy. Yeah, not in the fact.
You're cracking up a bit. You're going in and out. I don't know what's wrong with your sound now too.
Oh no.
We'll just leave it up to Marco.
Go for it.
Marco the bomber.
Talk, Quinn.
And he must have got a hold of my audio and he's something up.
Yeah, you're still breaking up a little bit, but it's a lot better. It's a lot better. Let's see if Manny's. Can we hear you?
G'day. How are we all?
Get rid of him.
It's just it's a typical Collingwood start this year. Very, very slow and issues at the moment, isn't it?
That's true.
Well, good evening to everyone.
Good evening to Manny too. So we were just saying what a week it's been in football, hey?
Huge week, isn't it amazing? Only 4 games, but the AFL reckon it's been a success story. So time will tell.
They're always going to say that. They're always going to say that. What's Manny is working for the NBN. Well, just quietly yesterday, man, I had big troubles, mate. Had no internet. We had to do some rigging up here to get the show going last night. It was a big task by us, but we ended up getting it going. Here we go. Someone likes you, Bruno. Manny the GOAT. Don't tell him that because he'll walk around thinking he's special, mate. He's special. Yes, we all want to hear what Manny has to say today. I'm sure Manny's going. I can see that, Flags Pie 24 is a no-show, because he's a loser, so don't worry about him either. All right, so we had a big week. Now let's start because we promised everyone memberships. Everyone got their memberships?
We've got our membership, but
have you got yours?
I haven't received mine yet.
That's.
I haven't received mine yet.
I believe Queenie, mate. Don't show me none of that. The Wi-Fi. Are you still on, Quinn? Can we hear you?
Yeah. Over to my it works better.
Backing up.
You're breaking up, man. So something's wrong there, man. What's going on tonight? We're all over the place. All right, man. You haven't got a membership, have you? You still haven't received it. What's going on?
Well,
What do you
it's
mean
funny.
you haven't received it? It's week 2, and they haven't sent you a membership.
I
When did
haven't
you
received. I purchased it about 3 weeks ago.
And you
So,
still haven't received it. Are you going this week?
I've received something in an email form, but that's I've asked for the card. The thing goes around your neck. I want to sit there and show it off, so that way it keeps you happy, Rocco.
Keeps me happy. Why would you buying a shit ass membership keep me happy? Tell me. Why would that keep me happy? Someone who's been for all
should
his
keep
life.
everybody happy because
Why would it keep happy? We just want to see that you're actually a supporter.
Oh, come on, mate. Don't be like that. Now, the problem is that there's so many people want to get a membership.
What are you talking about?
A lot
You
of
haven't
times
got
they miss
that many
out.
more than us. You haven't got that many more than us. What do you think you've got?
Yeah, we're up. You probably got. You've got at least. Have you got at least 100,000?
We've got 90. I think we've reached 90,000. What have you got? So you think because you've got an extra 4,000 or 5,000 that all of a sudden no one gets their membership?
I didn't say that. You're saying that.
No, then why haven't you got yours? I think you're talking shit.
I received it in an email, but I haven't received anything else.
What a load of rubbish, man!
I'm already able to tell you next week.
What a load of rubbish! You're full of shit. You're a typical supporter.
There you go.
Bought a membership yet? Until you show me your membership, I won't believe you, mate, and no one believes you.
What was that about? Public what? What was that last comment? Australian Post is bad
as bad as public transport by Manny.
Oh,
so you still haven't got it. All right. Anyway, you're wasting it.
Hey, Manny, I've just noticed you haven't got any of your supporting colours at your hat, or you got nothing there, mate. What's going on? Why? We've all got our colours here. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. Well, it is Fourever Rivals, so put it on and support your team.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to ruin the hairstyle, mate. I don't want to ruin the hairstyle. You know what I mean? I go out to Northlands there, and the boys from Fleet Street look after me. They style my hair. So
why are we waiting for Ozpost? Like, what are we here? We're in the digital age, mate. You should have digital membership.
Well, they've asked me if I want. Obviously, when they send you the email to confirm you remember, they'll send you a number, and I've got that. But I can't show you that because I'm using my phone.
Membership. Have you got your tickets for this week?
Not yet. No.
What do you mean not yet? That's a load of crap, mate.
Well, what do you want me to tell you?
Ticketing from the start of the week, mate. They send us digital ticketing from the start of the week so we can get our tickets if we want them. I've got reserved seats, but they said, what do you mean you haven't got them yet? What are they waiting for? You're playing in 2 days' time, you banana.
I might have to check my emails. Maybe I've received something.
What do you mean you have to check your emails? Mate.
Hey, listen, I'm being honest with you. I've got to check my emails. I mean, you give me a hard time.
What's wrong with you, mate? You still haven't got a membership.
Stop giving me a hard time.
Talking about it because really, you are the worst kind of supporter there are. You are like a bandwagon hack, mate.
Terrible.
Does anyone? I want to know anyone in the comments if you believe that in this day and age, in the 21st century, not only hasn't received his membership, he hasn't got any digital any digital email to say about his membership. Nothing. He's got zero because he's that important. Like, what's going on, mate?
No, I'm not saying that I'm that important. I'm saying that.
Why haven't you got it?
I received something in the email.
How can you not have a barcode for this week's game?
Oh, barcode I've got.
So you can go to this week's game.
Yeah, but I haven't purchased my tickets yet.
I thought you said you bought yourself a membership.
Yeah, I've got a membership.
Well, what'd you get? A pet membership? What do you mean? You should have seats. What did you get?
Well, you mean like a reserve seats and all that?
What did you get? Well, I want to know how you're going to the game. How are you going to go to the game? Like, what are you going to go? When you get to the gate, what are you going to show him? What?
Well, I'm going to obviously, if I get in the mail the actual membership card, I'll show him that.
Yeah, and if you don't?
If I don't, I have to show him my phone.
What phone? Well, you said you got nothing, and now all of a sudden you got something.
No,
you don't even know the lies anymore.
Listen,
I
anyway,
everyone's getting bored here.
I showed you the membership 4 days ago.
Why didn't you show me nothing, mate? I haven't seen no big banana.
Here we go.
You showed me nothing. You showed me something on your screen. I can print that out and show you.
Move on.
What a loser, mate. Just like your shit side. What a loser. All right, guys. How's the rest of you going? I know Quinny had a bit of a hard time this week. I could see Mark all happy up there. Wait until the end of this week, and then we'll see how happy you are.
We'll be fine.
I hope so.
Quinn?
Well, before I start, is this better? Can you hear me a little bit better, or is it still crackly?
Yeah. You sound good, but you don't sound as good as last week.
Last week I hadn't seen us have 11 goals kicked on us straight, so it's a bit tougher to front up this week. But it's you know what? It was just good to have footy back, boys. I'll say that. I knew it was going to be a long slog this year, but good to have footy back, and it's even better this week that I'll be rolling up to the MCG tomorrow night and being back at the second home. So it'll be good.
But we'll definitely be talking about that. Every member has digital membership on the app signing, and that's 100%, man. Everyone's got one. So I don't know why Collingwood's any different. There you go, 100%, man. There you go, mate.
Gold.
I'll be sitting in my Legends cushion seat. I'll be going to the pre-game. They're going to have a bit of maybe a player comes up. We're going to have a few beers with the Monday Blue Boys, which we had on last night, mate. We're going to have a ball, and then we're going to watch the game. Manny,
have you been promoted? Have you been promoted, Rocco?
I told you last week, mate. I didn't get promoted. I went up to the next level.
Well, is that a promotion?
No, it's not a promotion. It's not a job.
Or what would you call it? I don't know. What would you call it, Quint? Because, hey, Marco, what would you call it? I mean, maybe I'm using the wrong word, but I mean, you've gone from...
It's the next level, mate. It's like
next level.
Like a computer game.
You're a banana.
You have reached the next level.
Exactly. So we'll be doing that. Anyway, we're here because of, Mark, tell us about the sponsorship. Let's go, mate. Corton.
Obviously, Corton Security Doors and Blinds are sponsoring the Fourever Rivals. So, give us a call for a free measure and quote, and to receive at least a 10% discount on what you purchase from us. Just simply mention Fourever Rivals, the Jumper Punch, or even just Rocco.
Yeah.
Manny,
I can charge him an extra 10%, I reckon.
Mention Rocco. Yeah.
It's very simple. Or search us on Facebook, Corton Security Doors and Blinds. To be quite honest, obviously everyone out there is looking to install some form of security doors and blinds for their premises. Just give us a call. We're local, Craigieburn. 10% off.
100%, man. Get down and see him. Support the local businessman. Go to his Facebook. You get 10% off. Man, you know what I reckon's happened? Are you sure you haven't gone to work down bloody Victoria Park there? Did you put like one of your securities around the memberships? Did you? So no one can get to them. I reckon no one can get to it because of your security.
Jeez, you thought about
we'll try and protect everyone's home and family and create a value
and membership
to the home. Yeah.
And
you thought about stand-up comedy, did you? There you go.
Here we go. Mention Rocco 10% or Manny 16% and a free banana.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Obviously, if you mention Manny, I might increase that percentage discount.
Come on, Peter, don't be like that, mate.
Come on,
Nobody
man.
like that.
You are a disgrace, man. You are really. Actually, you're not. You're just like you're a typical Collingwood supporter. So you aren't a disgrace. You are just normal. Normal. Would you get your teeth? Are they falsies? That's probably the only good thing about you. Anyway,
Do you put those in a glass of water when you go to bed, Manny?
Anyway, let's get into some serious talking, eh? We got some things. Let's get into the first one, which is this one here. We're talking a little bit of Fourever footy. I saw is something on fire there, Mark, is there?
Yeah, Archie Perkins, mate. He's on fire, mate. We've got Archie this week, mate. He tends to play pretty well against Hawthorn, so I've got him on board.
We'll see. We'll talk about that too.
I thought you were burning off the rest of the drugs there, Mark, before the cops rock up and find them all.
Get rid of the drugs, get rid of the evidence, get rid of the evidence, mate.
You can only flush so much. You got to burn the rest.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got something from Petra Khan here. She's a big supporter here. Typical Collingwood supporters I met in jail weren't that bad, and they probably weren't, mate. You know, where's Westerfield? We're getting straight into it. Westerfield, is he playing this week or what?
Yeah. I think he's playing this week in the midfield somewhere. So wish him all the best for this week, Westerfield. Come on, Dons.
They're liking you, Quinny, mate. You're quick with the remarks today, man. I like it. All right, let's get into this, right? The first thing we're going to talk about, let's quickly go into how did we see, let's not talk, because we'll get into the games, right? But let's just talk about the first round. How did everyone, I know that we were involved, so it felt a little bit different, you know, but for you, Mark, you weren't there.
No.
Because
look,
really, Essendon aren't good enough to be featured in the first round, but you saw it from an outside. What did you think of the first round zero?
Well, it's 0 round, so it really means nothing to Essendon because it's a 0 round. But I was a little bit disappointed about not having a game on a Sunday due to the fact that it was a public holiday. It should have been a Friday night game, Sunday night, and then obviously a Sunday. So I was a little bit disappointed that there wasn't a game on a Sunday, but you know, AFL decided to do what they want to do. But yeah, it would have been exciting to kick back on a Sunday, especially being 39 degrees, kicking back and watching a bit of footy on a Sunday afternoon. But that wasn't the best. That was the only disappointing thing about it, obviously. But I still don't agree with the 0 round, but it is what it is.
Yeah. What about you, Quinny?
Yeah, I think it was a bit different for us, Rock, because our teams were playing. I actually do agree with Mark. I would have rather a game on a Sunday and no game on the Thursday. Maybe that's because we had the long weekend. I'm not sure. But that wasn't the biggest issue. I don't know. I just think it doesn't feel like footy's back. It just felt like more practice matches. It wasn't as authentic. I know you flew up, Rock, so it might have been a different feeling for you actually being at the game. But I know watching it at home on the tally, it didn't feel as good as it normally does. I mean, it was good to watch football and have it back, and obviously the premiership points and all that stuff, it all counts. So it was all right. But yeah, I think once this week kicks in, I think that's when footy will really feel like it's back, and I reckon that's not going to change no matter how many opening rounds you do interstate.
What about Magpie Manny? What do you reckon?
Well, you know, it's like you guys said, that it just doesn't feel the same, you know, when you know that these are, you know, we're used to these big games. You know, I'm a Collingwood supporter, but I'm used to that first game, you know, Richmond, Carlton. You know, that sets you up for the year. You know, now this is all part of AFL, you know, promoting its business. It is a business. We keep forgetting that. And it's a business that needs to be promoting itself, make it money to be able to survive and support even the smaller teams. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe I would have been a lot different if we had won the game against GWS. Maybe my feelings would have been a little bit different. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really looking forward to this week against Sydney, and then yeah. But yeah, it seemed a bit different. Very different. Very different.
Seba gives us a $14.99 donation. Thanks, Seba. Seba was with me all the way down there at the Gabba, mate. And he reads, ready for another big show. I'm only here for Rocco and Quinny. So he doesn't think too much of you two.
That's right. You know what? Honest transparency is a beautiful thing, Seba. And thank you for being on the show. And it doesn't matter who you truly love. At least you're enjoying the show. That's the main thing.
He's enjoying me and Quinny. He's stated that. It's not you, but anyway.
That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I'm okay with that too, Manny, mate. That's
I thought it was it's a bit different. We went down to Brisbane. There was a whole bunch of us there, and we celebrated hard, and we had a good win, and then we stayed there for 3 days. So for me, it was a good weekend, So it was a good 3 days for me. We had a ball up there. So, but you're probably right. This 4 games now. This week we're going to have 9, and then we've got to buy. Like it's all over the place. Like I don't know. I really don't know what to think about this weekend. I really don't know. I really don't. Seba, nah. Love you all. There you go.
I suppose we just got to keep moving on, eh? It's the AFL, so we just keep moving on.
Yeah, 100%, man. Like, it's it. It is what it is. But yeah. The games were. Well, our game was good. Rest were probably pretty crappy, I reckon. But our game was good. We had a good time. So, all right, let's talk about. So everyone's a bit iffy. I don't know what's happening next year. Apparently, they want to do it a few more years because the NRL they're going to do it again, I think. So maybe they'll do it again next year. But let's hope they go back to the traditional. Carlton, Richmond Thursday, maybe the grand finalist on. Well, they can't be the grand finalist because we'll be playing on the Thursday, so that we can't play Thursday and Friday. But hopefully they have the grand finalist or something on the Friday, and let's start it with like a huge crowd like we usually do. Yeah. Let's talk about a few things. All right. Let's talk about. All right. Which one do you want to talk about? Let's talk about. All right, we'll talk about this one here. Everyone saw the little incident that happened. Was it a big incident? I'm going to show it to you. So everyone have a look at this. There you go. You saw the big Mason cockhead there trying to be smart and funny and try to do something there. So listen, I'll have my say about this. I'm sure everyone else has got their say about this. What do you think? I'm going to start with Marco there. Marco, what do you think about that?
Bello, mate. There's not much really to say about this, mate. Honestly, just stupid, immature. Like, what was the point of it? Like, get on with it, mate. Like, it's not the 80s with Dermot Burden used to walk in, run into the Essendon huddle. And,
100%. Well, while you're there, let's have a look at the Dermot Burden. Right? Let's have a look at that one there. Look at this. Look at that, mate. Through the whole pack, mate. Goes through the other side. Yeah. We lost them for a second. Now, see, that's tough. Now we're going to show you Cox one again. Watch this. That's tough. This is Cox. Now, can I just, before we go, and I'm going to have my say about this, the difference between, because I know what Manny's going to say, the difference between 1980 and there was, Dermot Brereton was a 5-time day premiership player. In that game there, he had something like 12 or 15 possessions and scored 2 goals, and Hawthorn won the game 88-62. The difference with Cox is, right, he's had one good game in his life, right? He had 5 possessions and 1 turnover, 19 hitouts for a bloke that's 500 metres tall, right? And they lost the game. If you're going to put on the white boots, you better perform, mate. That's all I'm saying, mate. And he goes out there trying to be a hero, and then he performs like a big banana. There's the difference between Dermy doing it and bloody Cox doing it.
Both premiership players, may I add. Rocco, your comparison was absolutely shocking. If you watch it over and over again, you could clearly see how innocent Mason Cox was. He wasn't even interested. This was apparently a communication between him and the umpire. One more thing. Okay, it looked bad. You know what? Everything these days looks bad. We've got nothing better to do this week. Oh, look at what Mason Cox, he caused problems. I mean, none of the GWS players reacted. So it wasn't as if there was anything malice about it. Now, had the
it wasn't malice, Manny. It wasn't malice.
The GWS.
It was just stupid.
If the GWS players had overreacted, I can understand. Come on. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
And I said this to Rocco. It reminded me of the Brereton where.
I just showed the Brereton one. It didn't remind you nothing of Brereton. Brereton ran through the huddle at quarter time and ran through everybody and then went on to kick goals and win the game.
That doesn't matter whether you win the game.
At the start of the game, like a big banana, right?
It's innocently.
He let his team down.
It was done innocently. It
wasn't done. He meant it. He meant it. It wasn't what did he didn't.
Put it back on again. Put it back on again, Rocco. Show him how it was innocent.
And then the AFL says, "Oh, you're going to have to apologise. It didn't look right. You need to apologise."
Come on, apologise, mate. It's not about apologising, Manny.
Come
on, it's just stupidity, mate.
Come on, Mark. Come on, mate. Are we watching footy here, or are we watching ballet? What are we doing?
What was the reason for it?
If you get to talk to the big banana, how about you say you put that aggression on the ground?
But he wasn't aggressive. Hey, Quinn, did you see?
He ran into Mummy. He didn't even run into a player. He ran into one of the bloody coaches.
Yeah. Well, watch the replay again.
The ruck coach.
Okay. Well, there you go. How fitting was that?
What do you mean? That doesn't make sense. What do you mean how fitting?
He did it.
Why did he do it on the ground?
It wasn't intentional. It didn't look to me like it was intentional.
Are you serious, man? He deliberately
the AFL want to make something of it. They use as example.
Manny, just admit it, Manny. Just admit it. It was just stupid and immature. It wasn't called for.
I don't. Look,
you're protecting the player here.
Yeah. You know what? Let's move on. But it's not even worth. It's not even worth making a discussion.
Why? No, we decided that we want to make it. I'll tell you why, because Manny has said this today, right? The point is that he has got a warning, right? And he's had to make a statement, right? So it is a discussion. Because if it happens again to one of our players, I guarantee they'll get suspended or they'll get a heavy fine for it, right? So there is a discussion, Manny.
No. Hey, listen, it won't be too long. They'll mark the ball the wrong way. Oh, I've just broken a nail. Let's talk about me breaking a nail. Come on. This game's becoming too soft. I've said it again, and I'll say it again.
The only soft person was Cox with his fucking 4 possessions. That's the only soft person here.
All right. He had a bad game. He had a bad
game. He's had a bad career, mate. He's lucky he's even in Australia, let alone won a premiership.
Hey. Well,
he's play basketball.
He's got what most current players don't have.
What's he got?
A premiership.
What's he got?
A premiership.
All right. I told you not to mention it. So anyway.
Forgot about that.
Got him. You got him. So Quinny, when he comes back, right? You can have your say. What's he got? What's he got?
He's got a premiership. He's got a.
All right, so let's know.
Go, Quinn.
Let's go, mate. Quiddy, what do you reckon?
Done it again. Yeah, I'm actually a little bit in the middle of all three of you there. I agree with he was doing his rock taps and all that, and the umpire was throwing it up, and the Giants boys did walk in his way. But, mate, when you see the team, their midfielders, their ruck coach, all there, you just say to the umpire, we won't worry about that last one. The fact that he still decided, nope, I'm going to get this last tap in and run through them all, it didn't need to happen. I've always thought Mason Cox is a cockhead, but as a Richmond supporter, that's probably a biased opinion, so I won't talk about it too much. But, he was there before the Giants boys, but he didn't need to run through them either. And I thought the biggest thing that was, Mason Cox being a cockhead was he goes, I'll explain it all on my podcast Tuesday morning. You'll have to wait. And then the AFL came out and said, no, fuck yeah, we want to please explain now. You're not waiting until Tuesday. So I thought that was great.
Yeah, and that's right. And you know what? He should stop doing podcasts and worry about his football, really, because he let the team down. Now, in saying all that, right, I do agree that the AFL should just relax and take it easy, you know what I mean? So they're just trying to flex their muscles there. But the only thing I've got to say about Cox is, man, if you're going to put on the white boots, you better know how to play the game, because you're going to stand out. And he tried to be tough. And then when he needed to be tough in the game, he was probably the worst player on the ground, right? So no use trying to be tough and then be a disappointment. But anyway, stuff him and stuff his shit side.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I mean, this is how you feel.
Oh, we got a little bit of a bloody controversy here. They reckon political stuff. Yeah, so.
This is how you feel. That's fair enough. This is how you feel. That's fair enough.
That's how who feels.
Well, I mean, I can understand that, you don't like it because he plays for Collingwood. I mean, Quinny, he broke Quinny's heart because he killed the whole Richmond Football Club that day. And, they missed out on playing the grand final, and that probably would have been 4 in a row. It is what it is, Quinn. You got to just build a bridge, mate. And get over it. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
As I said, man, it's really a one-game wonder, right? He's lucky to be to the side. And then, as I said, he tried to be tough. And then he let his whole team down. That's how toughness, man. If you wear the white boots, you better know how to play the game. Let's move on. There you go.
Yeah.
You go on.
Well, so you've spoken to the whole team, and the whole team is really disappointed.
He got 5 possessions, and 1 was a turnover.
Okay, everybody can have a bad day.
And he's lost by 50 points. And the first thing he did was run for a player.
Slow down. I'll get you
There's many ways to be tough, mate, and that's to put your head over the ball, mate. Just remember that. Remember that. All right, let's get into some real players here. There was a bit of a disappointment, and let's just put this up. So we had a couple of ACLs for the year, and this happened to be in the same game. So Doherty for Carlton and Brisbane with Coleman also did his knee at the last kick of the half, man. He went to kick it away, and they ran into his leg, and he was actually. Mate, he was having a good game at that stage, man. So he's one of the reasons I reckon we might have been coming back there, because he was controlling that back line there. But and then Doherty, I just have to say something about Doherty, man. 3rd knee reconstruction. Man, no one deserves that. Twice, 2 bouts of cancer, and then now he's got the 3rd one coming, So the resilience of this man is going to be something to behold, mate. So the bloke's already a star. But now to go through this again for another year, I can only imagine what the bloke's going through.
Yeah, it is sad, and like you said, Rocco, a lot of admiration for the player. That regardless of whether he plays for a shit side like Carlton, just total admiration for him. It shows a lot of guts, a lot of determination, and it's sad when you see. Brilliant players like that are, not given the opportunity. But, I don't know, but I've noticed that there seems to be an increase in injuries. Is it the grounds? Is it I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what is going on.
increase in injuries. I don't know about that. Oh, look, you got to understand
drugs that they've been doing.
about ACLs. What happens with ACLs? Once you get it once, the chances of getting again are just like they multiply. You know what I mean? And then once you get it again, the chances are you're going to multiply it again, mate. So the thing is, it was very like the little. I mean, he came back on and played for another quarter and a half, right? So
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was like the one with Coleman. You could see his knee go back, you know, when it happened. But with thing, you know, like so, the thing is with these ACLs.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! The membership just popped.
Anyway, so with the ACL, yeah, man. Like I don't think there's not much you can do. I mean, they can do the strength, they can do the conditioning, they can do. I think it was great to get him back twice, you know. And this one here, anyway, this one here. What can I say? I feel sorry for the man. Like seriously, what he's been through. I mean, even when he had his cancer the first time, man, it was stage 4. It was stage 4. It wasn't like it was just at the start, man. The bloke was on his deathbed, you know, and then he's come back from that, and now he's copped this. So all the best to all the best to the bloke, man. Really felt bad. It was a bit of a sour taste. I would have rather have lost that game and have Doc for the rest of the year, you know. So and the thing is with Doc is it's not. I think we can replace his actual football. I don't think that's the big thing. It's his leadership around the ground. I think his leadership around the ground is what's going to be missed, you know, and his leadership on the ground, like he takes control. Even when he was out, he went into the coach's box. So I think he's going to be a coach one day for sure, the bloke, you know. So anyway.
Well done, Rocco. Well spoken, mate. Very well spoken. You've truly shown that you are human. The way you've come across with saying that, you know, a loss would have been better than losing a great player. And you know, well said, mate. If I was right next to you, I'd give you a big kiss on that beautiful head of yours.
Mate, no one wants to see like players go down like that. Like you just don't want. I want to see the best players play. I want to beat the best players, but especially your own players. And then someone like Doc, third time. You know what I mean? I've got here. I think Rocco can't take the heat from Manny, and if that's correct, I think that's my son there. I think you better shut up, man. Like seriously.
Hey, Dylan. Good evening, Dylan. You're a superstar. Absolute superstar.
Shots fired.
And by the way, Dylan, love your show. Absolutely love your show.
What's this one here? Yeah, no, it's a good show. Collingwood is better, Rocco. Admit it. Oh, and that's from Mars now. Like that's Mars, my thing. What's going on here, mate?
Hey!
Nah.
Ciao, Bella. Ciao, Bello. Ciao.
You know, they know me well enough, mate. They're trying to rev me up so I can go at you, man. They're very smart, these people.
You need them to rev you up. Are you serious? If you rev up anymore, mate, you'll be like those old V8s. You just go, you'll explode.
Yeah, but nah, fuck them, Rocco. They are shit. Yeah, no, we hate them, mate. We've got Lana. She's there. Sorry, Jason, I pushed the wrong one. Lana, hey, mate, she's saying Lana. What else have we got? Hey, listen, you bloody Cohen supporters here, man. You better start backing me up here. What's going on here, man? I'm not happy about it. And Dylan, mate. I'm still your dad. I'll still give you bloody whippings, mate. Just be careful there, mate. What's this one here? Mars is coming on. Stop clapping, Manny. Yeah, stop clapping your banana. All right. Now that was it. It wasn't a really big week in the AFL this week. There wasn't much going on, you know. So, is there anything else?
There was something quickly.
Let's go for it, mate.
Clarko.
Well, I was going to.
He ended up getting a $20,000 fine for that comment that he made. So it just goes to show that that type of opinion and voicing is not acceptable in the AFL anymore. So a $20,000 fine for saying is reasonable. So just be careful out there, guys, coaches, players. Just watch what you say, because Football has changed.
Yeah.
Football
Let's
has
watch what we're
changed, Manny,
saying.
right?
Yeah,
Football has
I know.
changed.
Let's watch
And
where we're
it's not
let's watch
acceptable
what we're
anymore. So
saying.
just
I know.
$20,000 is a big
It's
fine,
at the
mate. So
there's a kindergarten bell. Was it the kindergarten bell? Marco, please.
it just goes to show
Take the
that
Bombers
it's not
jumper off,
acceptable.
mate. The Bombers
$20,000
have been known to be a tough side, a side that says no, die in any situation. Come
You
on,
can be
mate. We're turning
ferocious.
this into a schoolyard. Come on, kids at school use.
Kids at school play football, mate. So at the end of the day,
Jesus.
we can all be.
We're taking it away. We're taking away.
We can all be ferocious.
I'm not agreeing. Well, $20,000. Okay. What do they prove from it? Peanuts.
You don't say things
Peanuts.
like that, especially
You can't say this. You
experienced
can't say
coach.
that.
All right.
Hey,
So $20,000 fine, you can carry it.
20. I agree with Jimmy here. 20K for Clarko is like $5 for us, man. The bloke's on $1 million a year, you know.
Okay. Well, it is what it is. Then.
Oh, Dylan, mate, he's fucking really going at me, mate. Dylan, be careful, mate. Be careful. Now you're just trying to get. And by the way, no one watched Double Double. It's a shit show. How do you like that?
Back to Clarko, though. I'm pretty sure he also got the. I think he might have gotten a 2-game suspended sentence as well as that 20K fine. So if he does it again, he will miss 2 games next time. So
correct.
It was actually a little bit more harsh than the than the 20K fine. Yeah, yes. I mean the 20K fine, like we said, it's probably $5 for Clarko. It's not going to touch the sides. But it's a warning now because if he does it again, he's going to miss a couple of weeks of footy, which will be, it doesn't happen with coaches very often. So it'll be a good watch.
Yeah, but $20,000 really.
I don't know. I just think it's just
a $5
yeah,
fine.
it's becoming a joke.
Is a lot
it's becoming
money,
a joke. It is. It's
to
just
pay,
absolutely becoming a joke. That's my opinion.
You're a joke. You're as weak as piss, man.
Nah, it's becoming.
You were a coach. Imagine you were a coach.
Hey,
listen, no heat on Essendon after what Scott said today at the presser. I don't know what's going on here. Do you know?
No, I missed that one. Let us know in the comments, Albert, what was said.
Let us know what Scott said. Imagine being
not happy about the 0 round.
Imagine being Brad Scott.
Not happy about the open round.
Imagine being Brad Scott, right? Being the worst of the 2 brothers. Like, wouldn't you just hate yourself?
It's all right, Rock. Time will tell, my friend. Time will tell.
Why are you getting upset for? I'm just saying.
I'm not getting upset at all. Am I getting? If you want me to get upset, I can get upset. Yeah.
Upset.
Don't go assuming that he's the worst. Well, okay. Well,
he is, man. His brother's won some flags. And his brother was a better player. His brother was a better player, and his brother is a better coach.
I wouldn't have known the difference when I was playing, mate. Who was better, mate? Because they're both twins. So
they go way better. You
wouldn't have even known. You wouldn't have even
Yes, I did. I knew exactly, Chris. Okay. I used to always say the poor Scott just got the ball.
Okay, then. All right. Well, just give him some time, mate. It's all right. It's okay. Don't jump the gun now. Don't jump the gun.
All I said was he's like, how would he feel around the house? He'd be like, everyone loves Raymond. He's like Robert.
Yeah. Robert's the copper, mate, so he'll control very, very soon.
Yeah. In his defense, Rocco, Brad Scott would be able to talk to Ben Mackay now that they're at the same club about what it would be like being the shitter brother. So they've got each other now.
That's
so
true.
It's good.
The 2 shitty brothers can hang out. They can hold hands.
Hey, Mark, let me say something for you, mate.
Don't talk,
because all you do
Yours
is sit there and you smile. Listen, first and foremost, right, he's won premierships, yeah, as a player. Yes? Yes. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't mean because you're a good footy player or you end up playing for a good side and you win premierships, the end result means you might be a good coach. Now, as Rocco said, one of them has ended up maybe going to Geelong, maybe a different setup, maybe, a club that's got a better uniqueness of how they the way they organise themselves. But when you compare now, I mean, this poor bugger, I won't say it because I don't want to get a fine, but this poor bugger, right, he's gone from North Melbourne, right, he's gone from the Kangaroos to Essendon. So he's gone from worse well, at the moment, I could say that he's gone from worse to worse. You know what I mean? You know, he's desperate. He's desperate to be
Don't
a coach.
count your fucking chickens, mate.
Oh,
mate.
we've got him.
Just because you won the flag, mate, it gives you shit.
What did we do? What did we do?
Another new year. It's another new year, right? Just be careful.
Don't make me take you off because that was too close to like the premiership. I heard there, Manny.
No, that was the Richmond premiership. If you heard it,
All right. Just let the coach coach to what he's got. Like I said, mate, it's been
What's he got?
Long 10, 12 years from this bullshit drug saga that half of you teams have been dealt with anyway, but no one needs to know about you guys. We've been the scapegoats. So just let us recover and let us rebuild. And I'm telling you right now, mate, let your magpies there create premiership hangover.
Doesn't matter.
Mark, we can't be bringing back the scapegoat excuse, are we? That surely isn't one and done.
Mark,
come on, Mark.
Are you saying that your players are still
for the next 10 years, mate?
Your players are still coming down? Is that what you're saying?
That's fine, mate. We won 3-4. I'm happy. I'm happy to rebuild. This rebuild for you has been happening for 24 years. What's going on?
Break up.
Oh, I think Mark is frozen. I think they've silenced him. I reckon Essendon have silenced him to say, "Shut up, man! You're making me look bad."
No, he's back.
Oh, you're back. The tinfoil. Where's the tinfoil hat, mate?
Just don't start on the Bombers, right? Let's continue the show before I walk out, all right? Move on.
Hey, listen. Next
segment.
Can you get some of that security? Can you get some of doors, which are the best suburbs, I have to admit, right? And can you just put them around your ground so we can be protected from your great club there? No, he's frozen.
Yeah.
Can you get some of your Corton security doors and put it around your ground so you can protect the rest of us from the sleeping giants that might come out and get us all? Ooh.
No. I'll put it all the way through Icon, mate, and protect all these spuds that are sitting out there in the game watching the football, mate. Don't worry about that.
All right. Anyway, enough talking about mediocre. I'm sick of talking about these mediocre teams like yours. Let's get into some real
mediocre. Are we mediocre? Yeah.
Well, Mark, you got to remember something. There was these big statements that you were making last year that when you guys turned around and said that you just missed out playing finals football.
Here we go. Essendon,
which made
the sleeping giants for 8 years.
Is he's got issues with?
Am I breaking up all the time here, guys, or is it just me, or what's going on?
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Yeah.
Just like your team. Yeah. You're breaking up like the crack that you've bloody been given to the players.
Yeah. No, you're right there, Rocco. You're right. But you know what? But having said that, Essendon did just narrowly miss out of playing finals football, if I'm not mistaken, there, Marco. You just narrowly missed out. So, yeah, I don't know if you got anything else to say, mate, but gee, you guys are looking pretty average.
Don't know about the history, mate. Look at the future. All right, it's done. All right.
If you call that history,
did you guys
listen, we got to move on because seriously, like your team. Anyway, get into this. Let's get into this. All right, I want to start talking about some real footy. All right. Let's go into the first one. We'll start with. Oh, don't worry about the Melbourne game. We're only going into our games, yeah. So here was the first one. Let's have a look at it. The first one, Carlton finished with 13,886, and the lonely Brisbane Lions 12-13-85 at the Gabba. We were all there, so. What a game to watch, mate. What a turnaround. Second biggest comeback by our club. To do it over at the Gabatoir there. No one's done it for 2 years, and to come back and win like that, I have to say, could be the game that we remember.
I agree.
Set us up.
Yeah. It goes to show you.
And also, let me just say, man, we had players out. We had probably 2 of our 5 players out. So already, what are you nodding your head about?
You had players out. Doesn't matter what you had out. The facts
I'm just
are
telling you about the fact. I'm just telling you.
If you had those players in, maybe you wouldn't have won the game. You don't say, look, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you had out. The team that you had played well, and you guys had this never say die attitude, yeah? And it clearly shows that Brisbane are vulnerable.
Manny, we won.
Players missing.
Why? So I don't understand the problem. It's not like I said we lost. It's not like we lost and I'm making excuses. I'm giving you a fact that we had players out. So we're already behind the 8 ball when we went there. We had 2 of our best 5 players out. Wiedering, right, could be a top 5 defender. We had Walsh, could be a top 5 young midfielder out of our side, 2 leaders. I'm just stating a fact. I know that you want to get up and you want to try to act like real tough. I'm just stating
No.
Exactly what you were trying to do. All I was stating was that we were undermanned, and then from being 46 points down, came back to win. I think, and not only that, the league changed 6 times in that last quarter and a half. So every time they kicked a goal, we would respond. So that showed a lot of resilience for us, mate. So to me,
you guys played well.
I know we did.
You guys played well, and it shows that and for a lot of clubs that are going to be going up to Brisbane, it shows that Brisbane can be vulnerable.
Well, they've always been vulnerable, but you've got to do it. You've got to do it. Yeah, and no one else could do it for the last 2 years nearly, and we did. And we had a great time up there, as I said, mate. I went up with the boys and went up with the girlfriend, and I was told that at half time, and correct me if I'm wrong, like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, but I was informed that at half time you were cursing and you were, didn't believe in your club, and you're about to walk out of the ground. So who told you this?
Well, let's just say that I'm not allowed to disclose that information. But I'm asking, is that true? Was it true? Was it true?
No, why are you making stuff up? Because who told you this?
It doesn't matter who told me. I'm asking the question.
No, but who told you? Because it's an absolute lie. Because if you speak to the boys who were there, I actually said at half time that we'll kick the next 5 goals.
Oh, did you? Okay, all right.
100%.
Well, I've been misinformed.
You're trying to be funny, and it's not working.
No, I'm not.
No, I was never. How can you know that when you don't know anyone that went there?
Yeah.
Who did you know that went there? Do you know my son? Do you know my son?
You'd be surprised.
Do you know them?
No.
Do you know Mars?
On a personal level?
Sorry, mate. Sorry, my friend.
Can you contact Mars right now?
I could contact him if you want. If you want me to contact him,
do you know my daughter? Do you know any of these people who are sitting next to me?
I know that there were people close by.
Who?
I can't. Like I said, they said to me, "Manny, don't say anything."
You are an idiot. You are an idiot. It's over, Manny. You are an idiot. You tried to be funny.
And no, I'm not. I'm not. And look, and let's be fair. At the end of the day, you can't change.
No, keep going on about that.
You can't. You guys won. You won. That doesn't matter.
Where was I sitting? Where was I sitting,
I don't know where you were sitting, and I don't care where you were sitting.
So then why bring it up?
Hey, I asked a question.
Then why? No, you didn't ask a question. You made a statement.
Well, I'm asking the question because I was. Well, look, it looks like I've been misinformed.
We're misinformed. You're just talking shit like you talk about.
I can't disclose. I can't disclose.
You just make yourself a bigger banana by the day, mate.
No, I can't disclose.
No. Let's keep talking about the game. As I said, we came back. It was a good win. Doherty went down, so that was a little bit disheartening. Voss, I think, is coaching well at the moment. They told him that he was pretty calm at halftime. He knew they were doing the right things. They were just not getting it right. So they said he was pretty calm. And let's give kudos to one person, mate, and that's big, the real brother, Harry Mackay, mate, comes in, kicks 3 goals, BOG, everyone's talking, and he wins the game with a minute to go. So I'm going to give the big
Rock, while we're at that, mate, could you just run through exactly your mind of when you took that mark? What were you thinking? Because obviously it doesn't kick straight.
I'm going to be honest.
Just run through exactly when you took that mark. What were your thoughts?
I'm going to be honest, right? So I definitely, once we hit the lead, I was pretty confident, that we could win this. Like, I thought when we got to 2 goals, I said to myself, mate, we're on here. We are on here because we were playing well, So when he takes that mark, and you asked the boys, they were there, and this is exactly what I said. They hit the front, and there was 3 minutes to go, and I said to the boys and my daughter, and I said, listen, we're going to get one more run here. We're just going to I know we'll get one more chance. I don't know if we'll take it, but we're going to get one more chance. I just felt it. And when he takes the mark, of course, there was excitement. You know what I mean? He takes the mark. Now, you're going to say, were you confident? I've watched him in the preseason.
Again.
So let's get Mark back. Sorry. I saw him in the preseason, and he's been brilliant. See, what's he done over the preseason, and that he doesn't go back and kick around the corner anymore. He said he's now got a routine, and he's gone. In that game, he kicked well. He's already kicked 2 goals. The one he missed, he didn't miss by much. He went back straight. And I actually I'm not going to say 100% confident, but I was more confident than I've ever been that he was going to kick it, and you could see it. So, yeah, but at the end of the day, of course, you're a little bit worried, Mark. Let's be serious, man. You're sitting there, man, you're worried that he's going to miss, your only chance. But he didn't. He came back hard, man.
Good on him.
I
think he's a real gentleman. He's a real gentleman.
Listen, you got a fan here, mate. Hey, Dylan, you can go and live with Manny if you like bloody goats and kebabs every night. You can go and live there if you want.
Hey, Dylan, you're more than welcome, my friend. I've got a big 80-inch TV. You can sit there and watch footy. You can watch basketball games live. You can, put your feet up and relax, mate. This is come and see how the others live, mate. Don't be under that, illusion to always. Come on, the kid, he likes me. What are you going to do, Rocco? Get over it. You know what I mean?
Or he's either stirring you up. So it's one or the other. But anyway, Quinn, you got anything quick you want to say about this game, and then we'll move on?
No, you pretty much summed it up. I reckon at halftime, I thought you might have been feeling pretty similar to how I was feeling at halftime of our game, but obviously a good turnaround from the boys. And, it's nice to see Harry Mackay is doing what he gets paid to do, and he kicked the goal from nearly directly in front, 30 metres out. Props to him. It's a tough kick, so he absolutely knuckled that one. So the carry-on has been superb from Carlton supporters for a 30-metre drop punt. But no, we won the game. The pressure was on, I'll admit that, and it was a big moment. Obviously, there's a lot of criticism about him over the long season and everything. So I understand all that stuff. Just a bit of a cheeky jab there. But no, it was a great comeback. And I was watching the game with my partner's family, and my father-in-law was actually in the chat at the moment listening. So I've got to be nice. But yeah, absolutely. No, it was a good comeback.
Yeah, and no, listen, I know you're trying to give a cheeky jab there from the side there. I saw that. But if you actually watch the game, he was best on ground. It wasn't just that kick. You know what I mean? And then to take the mark.
Yeah, move on. We already spoke about it. Move on.
Anyway, to take the mark, right? To take the mark, there was a pressure, man, and they did that perfectly, man. They opened up for him. He took the mark, and as he said, man, you might say it was an easy kick from 30, but it's the last minute of the game, and he was in the ruck too. He was in the ruck all day, so he shared the ruck. And then he done the one last bit of movement at the end where he took the ball out on the boundary. So it wasn't just that. It wasn't just that. So, yeah. So
Pressure,
Good
big
on
pressure kick.
Good start. We got the 4 points, man. Pretty
Yeah,
happy.
that's the main
Mate.
thing.
Start
Yeah.
to get a win. To
Yeah.
get a win interstate.
Big.
It's a good start to get a win interstate, you know. So we come and we'll see you this week, and we'll talk about that soon. All right, let's go
Just don't get ahead of yourselves, you can't supporters. It's
Why?
only round one, yeah. It's only round one, mate.
Who's getting ahead of ourselves? It was a great win. Why can't we be happy?
I didn't say you can't be happy, but a lot of Carlton supporters
who
are
said-
get ahead of themselves.
Who's a lot? Who's a lot?
Yeah, we're going to win the premiership this year.
Who's a lot?
Blues Brothers and this and that. They're all going
What
out
was
there.
wrong with the Blues Brothers,
You know?
mate? That was a great
It's
initiative by the Blues Brothers, mate. We
it's good effort,
outboy.
but it's
And that's
round
what you
one.
do.
It's a long season to go. Just be a little bit careful, Spuddies.
Why?
No, let him be
Only
happy.
round one.
No, let him be.
Why
Let him
can't we
happy.
be happy about the win?
Yeah,
One
that's
of our
right.
players.
To be happy,
That's
but-
right.
but-
Why can't we be happy?
That's
I'm not
Why
right.
are
saying
you
you can't be
trying?
happy.
Why are you
I
trying
just
to
said
rain
there's a
on
couple
our
of-
parade?
There's a couple
Why
of
are
Carlton
you big
supporters
man who
Yeah.
rained on our
that
parade?
Yeah,
You're
come
not
on.
listening, Brock.
Come
What
on,
I'm trying to say,
Marco.
I'm not saying not to
Let
be
him be
It was
happy.
great. Manny, shut up. What I'm trying to say is it was a great effort by Carlton to get back because I tipped Brisbane to win by 53 points and
That's
I nearly
right.
got there. I nearly
But
got
you
there.
did it. No,
But
you
I
didn't.
didn't. But it
No,
was
you
coming,
didn't.
yeah?
You missed by
And
50.
you would have been,
Oh, no.
listen, and you would have been shitting yourself. But
Yeah.
it was a great effort by Carlton to get back.
Great.
Don't get ahead
It was
of
one of the
yourself.
greatest interstate wins.
Well, it was good to see the Carlton one against Brisbane over there, you know, and just don't get ahead of yourselves, boys. Just it's round one, okay?
Yeah, did I say anything about? Did I mention anything else further than this game?
I didn't say you did. I'm just saying some Carlton supporters are getting a little bit, you know.
Some Essendon supporters have been saying that you make top 4 and the season hasn't even started. So who's getting ahead of themselves?
I am, not you. So,
Right. So shut up now and let me enjoy my game.
Well,
right.
I Marco.
All right, let's move on to the next one because I'm really
Seriously.
sick of you. Who
Seriously,
was it?
Marco.
I think it was this game here, wasn't it?
Seriously, Marco. Yeah, that's the game.
Can you give us the scores, Manny?
Yeah, Magpies down by 34 points there, Rocco.
11, 16,
Or
18,
32 points, something like that. 32, 34.
114.
Mm.
So tell us about it. You were there. Oh no, that's right. You don't go to games. You watched it on TV.
No. I sat back and watched it on TV. You know, it was look. You can't take anything away from GWS. Yeah, they played. I don't know what they've. You know, like last year they finished off pretty well. The Magpies, you know, were lucky to beat them by a point. And then, of course, go on and do what they did. But, you know, GWS looks really, really good. They look really, really good. And I think they're going to be a very hard side to beat up in Sydney. Now, you know, the facts are that, you know, Collingwood looked like they were experimenting more than anything. There was a lot of players that were, you know, coming in. There was a lot of trying out different things. So, you know, am I sad that disappointed that we lost? No, I'm not actually. I think the next couple of weeks will be more of a decider for us. I'll see how we go against the Swans this week. But no, I'm not taking anything away from Sydney. GWS, they played a great game. Simple as that. You know, it was good to see the footy's back, but yeah, very disappointing that we didn't win. But GWS, again, I'll say it again, they're going to be for top four contender. And AFL are licking their lips because that's what they want.
Top four.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of things, Manny. Number one.
Yeah.
No Ginnivan, no Collingwood. Hey, and Manny, while we're at it, every week I said I was going to do a joke. So this is my joke to you, Manny. You ready? I can't hear you.
Well, I'm listening, mate. What are you going to do?
I thought your microphone was gone again, mate. I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it.
Hey, how can you tell if a Collingwood supporter has broken into your home? How?
Go
Or do you
on.
want me to answer straight away?
Well, you might as well. You obviously
How
know the
can you
answer.
tell if a Collingwood supporter has broken into your home?
Because you haven't got core 10 security doors.
Oh, that's a good point there, Manuel. Like that.
No, they can't afford
No,
core
I'll tell you
security.
what. If only all your rubbish bins have been emptied and your dog is pregnant. That's how you can tell if a Collingwood supporter has broken into your home. If all the rubbish bins have been emptied and your dog's pregnant.
Oh.
And the
That's all
pup
I've
and the
got to
pup will
say
come out
about
look.
the Collingwood and GWS game.
Hey, Mark, look. I'm happy for you to sit here and say jokes like that, but mate, you've got to become professional. You've got to know how to execute the joke. You know what I'm saying?
I did execute the joke. I was waiting for you to say how.
We got one here. We got one here. Do you want to read this one, Manny?
Well, it says, how can you tell a Don supporter has broken into your home? The medicine cabinet is empty. Good on you, Jimmy. Hey, you know what? Jimmy just saved the moment. He saved the moment because, Marco, you know what? That's what probably you can only thing you can do right now is try and
we can hear the cricket.
Try and say jokes, mate. Try and say jokes because you know what? The one thing that I can tell you is your team at the moment, your team at the moment has been and continues to be the joke. Yeah. And let's see how you go this year. Let's see. I'm not worried.
Don't worry about my team.
I'm not worried.
Your team.
Anyway, listen. Everyone wants to hear from Quinny. What did you think about that game?
I won't lie, I didn't watch a lot of it. I was all footied out by the time the Collingwood Giants game started. I was a bit fed up that day. But no, it was the Giants honestly looked like a serious threat. I wasn't sure about them coming into the start of the year. I know they had a good run at the back end of the season. I wasn't sure if they were doing a little bit of what the Bulldogs did in 2016 and just had a really good run coming into finals. So I was keeping a good eye on them. But no, they played well. They knew exactly how to play Collingwood and keep their influence out. But Collingwood's kicking in front of goal as well didn't help them either. So if they had a kick straight, it might have been a different game. But Giants it was good. They put the foot down and they didn't hold up. They didn't let go. They didn't let Collingwood sneak back in, which is what they've been good at the last 12 to 18 months. So no, it was good to see the Giants get a comprehensive win. And I reckon Manny's not far off the mark. I reckon they will be pushing for that top 4 spot this year.
Who, the Dons?
No, we're talking about GWS.
The Giants.
The Dons.
It's not 2000. It's not the year 2000, Rocco. It's 2024.
And don't forget the Dons. The biggest highlight for the Dons this year at the moment, and will continue to be the biggest highlight for them, and that was going to the Taylor Swift concert.
It was your coach and players who went, Manny.
No.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Fly was there. Fly was
good,
Manny.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. Do you do any research, Manny?
I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, so I just didn't bother with that.
We research about the game. Hey, can you move back a bit because your head's covering the whole screen? Anyway,
that's just my natural. That's just my natural beauty. What do you want me to do?
Well, the beauty's really spreading.
Thank you, Rocco. You make me feel. Thank you.
I'm not here to make you feel better, mate. I'm not here to make you feel better, mate. That's not my job. Let's go into this one. I think Quinny's been waiting for this one all day so we can talk about it. Let's go. There was a score of Gold Coast 14-15, 99 to 9-6-60, I can see there. Yeah. I'll leave this to you, Quinn.
I'm pretty happy to get through this one pretty quickly. We're lucky they didn't kick straight. 14 goals, 15. It could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse. What I will say is, obviously, it was a shocking start. Like I said before, Rocky might have had similar feeling to me sort of at the end of the first quarter. I just thought this can't get much worse. And it kept getting worse up until about halftime. And I was actually quite happy. You got to look at the positives. Obviously, the negatives, there's plenty of them. You know, Matt Rao gets the most contested possessions of the AFL era or something like that. And Ben King was having a field day. But I think the positive, if you're going to find one, is that Uze was able to move a few of the magnets around, and we kicked 7 straight at one point. So they kicked 11 straight on us, and then we kicked 7 in a row. So we were still able to swing the momentum a little bit, and then a few stupid decisions and all that let them kick away again. But the fact that he put Rioli into the middle and he had a fair bit of the footy, Noah Bolter went into the ruck and had a bit more impact on the game. It's good to see that there wasn't just that mentality of just staying put and not changing anything. They tried things and things actually started to work. So that was the positive I took out of the game, but there wasn't really much else.
No.
I'll tell you the one thing I noticed, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but when the coach, the Gold Coast coach, who
What's
is
his
obviously Damien Hardwick, the reaction. I don't know if you noticed. If you for Gold Coast coach, if you noticed, the cameras went on him, and the real expression of it was like a stick it up them attitude, towards beating the Tigers. It makes me feel that he pretended. To me, it was all pretend that I love you guys, and I'm sad that I'm leaving. But it just shows that something wasn't right. It showed like he was like some real revenge here. I want to really stick it up to Richmond. Maybe I'm looking too much into it, but I seen the cameras when they showed his reaction, and I thought, and if you can lip read, there were some parts where I don't want to mention on the show because I don't want to get fined, But yeah, what do you reckon about that, Quinny?
I did see that. I don't know. I know. Look, there's probably more to it than we all know. Like you said, Manny, that's not too far from the truth. I wouldn't have thought, but I know the way Dimmer used to coach and the way he went about it. He was a very easily frustrated person, and I think when we kicked 5, 6, 7 goals in a row, he is the type to blow up over something like that, even with a considerable lead. So I don't know. I reckon it wouldn't surprise me if there was a bit more to it, and there was that bit of like you said, a bit of a revenge, stick it up him type thing. But Dimmer also is that bit of a competitive beast, and I was a bit young to see him while he was playing, but I know you guys, Mark, you would have seen him a bit more playing at the Bombers. Even when he was a player, he was a bit of a competitive animal that just wanted to win all the time. So it might be a bit of both, I reckon, there, Manny.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just think when you go to another club, especially as a coach, or even if you change as a player, man. I mean, that first game against the team that you were with and won. I mean, that's big. That's big for the coach, man. He's going to want to win that more than anyone. You know what I mean? Like, he's gone to a new club, man. He's now a Gold Coast coach, man. And if he wasn't like that, I'd actually be worried. Like if I get a coach coming over, man, like for example, Voss. I know it's been a long time, but I want him to be 100% Carlton. I want him to hate Brisbane. Yeah, when you go to your reunions, yeah, you have a beer with him. But now I want him to be full on Carlton. And I'm sure Hardwick, he has to be full on Gold Coast. And that win, man, you got to understand like the talk and the pressure he's been under coming into this game, man. He's going to want to beat Richmond, man. And he did it well. So I wouldn't take too much into it.
Oh, fair enough.
I guess, when at one stage I thought, just watching the game a little bit, there was going to be a lot of AFL records being broken on that game up until probably halfway through the second quarter. I thought, oh, here we go. There's going to be some records broken here, mate. But through to Richmond's credibility, they put some scores on the scoreboard and made it look a little bit respectable, mate. But I'd be pretty disappointed in the Richmond Tigers with that performance on the weekend, Quinn.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think there's any Richmond supporter out there that will say that they were satisfied by the way that we played. It was shocking the way we went out there and the performance we put up. Like I said, I think I was happy with that fight back that you mentioned there. The fact that we didn't just drop and let them beat us by 150 points. We did kick 7 in a row, which is still impressive. It doesn't matter how far you're down. 7 in a row is a lot of goals to kick. But we're too far back to ever sort of claw back into it. But it was disappointing. You just hope that doesn't happen week on, week out now. Otherwise, we are the next West Coast or the next North Melbourne if we do this 3, 4, 5 weeks in a row. And we do have a tough run coming up. We don't have an easy fixture at the first half of the year. So it will be a good watch. I think the biggest thing is just making sure that we don't do that consistently and we actually do learn from the mistakes that we made to get blown out by Gold Coast. And the worst part is now, I think we've played Gold Coast, whatever it is, but we've got exactly a dead even record. So I reckon they've got the best winning record against Richmond than any other club. So it's not something I want that to continue because I can't stand them.
Yeah. Oh, mate. At least you got an opportunity on Thursday night against Carlton, mate. So
everyone's got an opportunity, Mark. You know how football works.
No, I'm just telling Quinn he's got an opportunity against Carlton.
Everyone's got an opportunity. Every time you jump on that ground, you got an opportunity.
Yeah. Well, they've got an opportunity to beat Carlton on Thursday night.
Yeah, so is everyone.
Now, you're thinking that Carlton's going to beat Richmond on Thursday night, aren't you?
Of course, I think we're going to beat Richmond. What am I going to think? We're not going to beat Richmond. Like, well, that's a stupid statement. Oh, you think you're going to beat Richmond? No, of course you're going to go in there thinking we're going to beat Richmond.
Hey, Mark, you must be delusional.
An opportunity to go and beat Carlton on Thursday night.
But everyone's got. You've got an opportunity to beat Hawthorn this week, haven't you?
No.
Well, a good opportunity.
Collingwood's got an opportunity to beat Sydney, haven't they?
Good opportunity. They've got a good opportunity then to beat.
Oh, they've got a good opportunity now. I see. You added extra words now. Wow, you're intelligent.
You've got to be careful.
Hey, Mark.
You've got to be careful what you say, otherwise.
Hey, Mark, you must be delusional. Hey, Mark, you must be delusional. Seriously.
Really?
When a team goes up to Brisbane, is down by 50 plus points, 56 points at half time, and they come
46,
back.
46.
My apologies. Okay. And they come back and they win the way they won, right? Mm-hmm. And as a Carlton supporter, you see a player like Mackay, who, last year he was probably, most people saying, he's a hack, he's down and out, right? So at the moment, everything seems to be gelling for the Carlton Football Club. And all of a sudden, you're saying that, are they going to beat the Richmond? If there's one game that Carlton is going to slaughter Richmond, it would have to be this one, because they're going into the game with confidence. They're going with confidence. Now, I don't know, but maybe you need to stop watching lawn bowls, mate. This is AFL we're talking about. Get with the program.
Hey, listen, I don't usually agree, man, but I'm going to agree once.
Just because Carlton come back from 46, that doesn't happen all the time, anyway. Those games don't happen every week, mate. So it was a great effort by Carlton to come back. But don't just go saying because they've come back, that's it. They're, Brisbane over there. Well, Brisbane were probably due to lose a game over there, mate. They've won 23.
Oh, now they're due. You thought they were going to win by 53 points.
Well, they should have. They shouldn't have slacked.
They didn't. But they didn't.
Smashed you guys by 10 goals.
But they didn't.
They didn't. So it was a good effort.
So you were 54 points
happen every week. It doesn't happen every week.
But no one's ever said it's going to happen every week. All I'm saying is, if you went over and bet Brisbane over there, would you be confident the week after against Richmond?
Yes, I would be confident.
That's all.
But all I'm doing is...
No one's guaranteeing it, but to say that we're not confident is ridiculous.
I'm trying to give Quinn some confidence.
Quinn doesn't need confidence, mate. Quinn doesn't need confidence. He's a realist.
That's right. Quinn knows that at the moment, the Richmond Football Club is rebuilding. Yeah? As you should accept, Marco, that the Essendon Football Club has been rebuilding for the last 30 years. You know what I mean? Okay. But the difference is that Richmond, in 5 years' time, are going to be knocking on that door again. Yeah?
Are they really?
Yeah, well, You know what? I think it was Brendan Gale. Was that your president? Or is he your president still? I don't know. But it was Brendan Gale, I think, who was in charge of Richmond about 10 years ago. And he actually made a huge statement on TV and said, our intentions is we want to be able to prove that we are premiership contenders. And you know what? And they did it. And right now, if there's one person out of the four of us who can sit back, relax, and smoke a cigar and sip on an expensive glass of port, is Quinn. Yeah. And I mean, my team, okay, did it last year, but, they're nowhere near comparison to what Richmond has done. I mean, at the moment, Carlton's looking amazing. All right. After one game, they're looking good. And let's be fair, if there's one team that showed huge improvement from the start of last year, from up and down, and it is Carlton. And I'm not saying that because just to blow smoke up Rocco's backside. But the reality is, at the moment, if there's one person who'd be sitting in the corner and doing this and praying and saying, we need to try and at least win some games, is Essendon, because you guys at the moment look hopeless.
It's okay.
Absolutely
and I'm
hopeless.
Anyway,
Ken. How are you, Ken? There's Ken, a big Carlton supporter.
Listen, anyway, it's not just off one game, Mark. If you're thinking that it's delusional, just remember we made a preliminary last year and we finished third, and now we beat Brisbane over there. So it's not just off one game, all right? Yeah. So it's a block of work that we've done, right? Anyway, you're talking shit. Do you know this bloke, Manny?
He's a big Carlton supporter. Ken, good evening to you, my friend. Ken will be going to the game tomorrow. I can guarantee you that. He will be going to the game tomorrow.
Going to keep Lynch quiet, bit of a task. Well, we'll talk about that. We will talk about that. There's going to be some ins and outs. Have we got, all right, so, all right, we've exhausted that. Did I have, no, I didn't put it up there. Anyway, there's no use putting the ladder. Only 4 teams have played. Really means nothing. Maybe at the end of round 7 or 8, we'll probably know more about where everyone's finishing, So we didn't do that. So let's have a look. Let's go into this week's games, eh? So we go into our games. We got we might as well go straight into it since we were talking about it. This will be the first one. Let's have a look at that. We got Carlton and Richmond at the MCG round 1, which is round 2. Thursday, the 14th of March, 7:30 p.m. Big game. Yeah, so let's go, mate. Well, before you two, or especially you, Mark, before you start talking your crap, right? Let's hear from the expert here. Actually, I'll be quiet. I'll hear from Quinn.
Well, thank you, Rock. I appreciate that introduction. Long story short, you guys are fucked. We've got Lynch, Nank, and Dusty all back in the side. You guys have got no chance. Tigers by 35 plus. It's going to be an absolute whitewash. No, it'll be. Look, you know what? I was for anyone that might have been across, I was with speaking to Terry earlier tonight, and we were having a chat about the game and sort of giving a quick little rundown of what I thought was going to happen and this and that. And Carlton on paper and the performance that you're putting up and the performances that we're putting up you're a 50 point better side at this point in time. But I think if you go back a few years ago, 2019, for example, Carlton finished last in the ladder, Richmond finished first, won the flag. It was still a close round 1. There's something about the round 1 clash between Richmond and Carlton where it's always a closer game than it probably should be. And I just have a feeling that with the big atmosphere, I think both our sides have players that love the big occasion. And, because we're not really in finals anymore, we don't have that taste. So round 1 is going to be that taste for us now. And I think it's going to be, at the level of football that we play is hopefully being stepped up a notch. I think the inclusions that we've got to make going to make a big difference. I still don't see us beating you. I'm not saying that. I just think it'll be closer than everyone's predicting purely because of that round 1 factor that does come into play every year. If you look at the past few games that we've played, they've all been close. Hasn't been a Richmond Carlton blowout in a very long time, unless you can remember one more recently, Rock. But they've always been relatively close. So I'm hoping we can hold on.
Yeah, listen, look, at the end of the day, I'll just talk serious for a sec and then I'll tell you what I really think, right? We play a brand of football. I think we've got you this time. We play a brand of football. I think we've got you. We play that contested ball. We've got the hard bodies in the middle. I know you're getting Dusty back. You're getting Nankervis back. And you're also getting Lynch. You're getting Lynch back. And if Wiedering was there, guaranteed, mate, we've got this, I still think we got it. Lewis Young is going to have to play on him. He's not our first defender, that. But it's a team defence. It all starts in the middle. That's what happened against Brisbane. We'll get him beaten around the ball. We're playing way too high. We adjusted that. We started winning at the hard core of the ball, We started moving the ball quick, and then all of a sudden, look, at the end of the day, you can say whatever you want, but, mate, the Twin Towers, they're two of the best. When they're up and going, they're two of the best forwards going around, Between them, they kicked 7. They took something like 14 marks or something, So your defence, what I saw of your game was, you had that run, and you're always going to get a little bit of a run, but the defence seemed to have struggled a little bit there. So I don't know if you're going to be able to hold our forward, you know what I mean? And we got tackling beast in there, like Fogarty. Mate, no one knows much about Fogarty, but he did another 9 tackles in the forward line. So the bloke's a beast back there. Cribbs has really stepped up as look, I'm comparing him now to your ex-captain. Starting to really really put his presence out there when we need it, you know what I mean? And then the back line, I forgot to mention, Williams came back and had 19 possessions was a gun, with Williams and Saad back there, the running from the back. Look, it's all looking good, but you know what it's like, man. It's a game of footy, man. You got 90,000 gorillas there that are going to be wanting to kill each other. So it's going to be a tough game. But I think that, look, I'm confident. The way they play, Carl, you can see. I think even Richmond are going to be a little bit worried. Even if you're 2 or 3 goals up, 4 goals up, you're going to be worried that you see what we can do in 7 or 8 minutes. And I know Mark goes, that happened once, but we did it plenty of times last year too. When we get on our run, we're very hard to beat, The wingers are looking good. Akers is probably one of the best wingers at the moment going around, without stating the obvious there. So I'm confident. That we'll go out there and we should win, and we should win by 5 or 6 goals. I mean, we need to do that sort of performance this week at the end of the day, So there it is. Any of you two got anything to say? I know Mark's got it. He's probably his fucking cogs are turning there trying to work something out. But
I think Mark inside him was hoping that that his team was going to be slowly developing.
We'll talk about it. What have you got to say about this game? Because we'll move on. You got anything to say?
I reckon Carlton will win every quarter. And Rusty is obviously back. So the fact that Dusty, but he'll be Rusty. So
the ins are good. The ins are good. But we've got a question here.
Carlton by 5 goals.
Yeah, we've got Lana Owens. He's a big supporter of not only Carlton, also of the channel. Everyone get on. Make sure you subscribe. Push the like button. Come on, smash that like button. Who's stopping H and Charlie, Quinny?
We don't really have anyone that's going to do a decent job. Our defenders aren't what they used to be. I think we're going to get desperate, and at some point Noah Bolter will get moved from the forward line back in the defence just to help out. But the way I see the matchups happening, and whether I'm right or wrong, who knows? We'll find out tomorrow night. I think Tyler young guy, he's going to match up on Harry because they're both sort of similar builds as bigger bodies. I think Gibcus is the one-on-one opponent for Charlie, but with Dylan Grimes coming in and giving him a chop out there, is that sort of that double team. It's not going to stop them, but it's the only way I can see us having any sort of influence against them. And then you just got to hope that the other defenders do their jobs. And look, I agree. I think I'm looking at the comments. I'm seeing all the margins people are putting in here, 34, 35 points. Some people are saying 60 plus. I reckon it'll honestly be like you said, Rock. I think it'll be tight. You keep us at an arm's length the whole game. I think we'll be half a sniff. And then in the end, you'll beat us by 5 or 6 goals. You'll kick away in that last little bit. That's me being genuine, not the Richmond Nuffy that I want to be. But I think genuinely, you've got the experience, you've got the better list at the moment. And again, touching on what Lana said, I don't see us being able to stop Charlie and Harry unless they stop themselves. That's really the only way.
And with the two big twin towers there, the thing is, man, they play up the ground too now. So when one stays back, the other one's going down the wing. I mean, Charlie, when they were kicking those goals against Brisbane, were punishing us. And I'm going to give kudos to Brisbane, mate. That was one of the best quarters I've seen a football team play in that first quarter, mate. They were clean. And Charlie went in the back there and he took 2 or 3 marks, you know. So, you know, they've got the ability to go back. Harry goes back and helps out, and he also jumps in the ruck. So it's not only stopping them in the forward line, you've got to stop them around the ground. So they've got to be up. And Harry's one of our quickest players. He's our biggest, but he's also one of our quickest players. So, but we got a few weapons. Let's hope they all come out. But I'm pretty confident.
There's excitement in your voice there.
It's the best we've been for years, mate. It's the best we've been for years.
Good.
We've got a bunch. We've got 5 or 6 stars, but not only that, like everyone's got stars except for Essendon. But we've got 5 or 6 stars. But the thing is with our team, it's all that middle and bottom range. They've all lifted one level, and that's what you need to do. You know that, Quinn, man. You need those bottom 5 and 6 to go to that next level, and we're doing that. People like Hollands and Fogarty and Cunningham, you know, they're all lifting and they're all playing their part. Sometimes you just need those role players, and that's what we're doing at the moment. So, look, love Don Quinny. By Jason.
Yeah, I was going to say, touching on what you said, Rock, as well, I think that's sort of what you're talking about there is 100% spot on. It's those bottom 5 or 6 that need to step up and play that next level. And I think where Richmond are at now, you've got those bottom 5 or 6 and they are stepping up and doing that job. Where Richmond are at now is those bottom 5, 6, 7 players that we had back in 2017. They're our experienced stars now. Now It's the next crop of 5 or 6 or 7 bottom guys that they haven't had enough games because the senior guys have been in their way and they're inexperienced. And I think that's what's probably holding us back at the moment is those bottom 5 or 6 guys. If you list all our best players, they're unreal. Oh, sorry, Manny, one sec. They're unreal, our best players. I know Jason loves to hang it on Dusty a bit, but he had a great season last year. Yeah, Taranto, Tom Lynch, Shea Bolton, Nick Vosson down back is still a star. You've got these players that are unreal, but it's the bottom 5 or 6 that probably, you know, that hurt us a lot more. So I think it's once those guys get the development back into them and a few older guys probably do make way, we might be okay. But, yeah, not this year.
I'm probably going to make a big statement, but I reckon the Tigers, regardless of where they finish, they will finish on top of the Bombers.
Oh, I like it. I like the big call straight away. And I think Mark deep inside agrees.
Oh, well, obviously, if they want to be on top of Essendon, well, it's going to be the top 4. But we got the tips here.
I know. We're going to go. Listen, mate.
Why are the tips gone for so long, mate? Fucking hell, mate.
No, this isn't. No, wait a sec. This isn't the tips.
Oh, it's not the tips. Oh, sorry.
We're talking about our games. We're going to talk about Colin, and then we're going to talk about Essendon, and then we'll quickly do our tips. This is
Mark, are you with us or what? Are you with us with the program or what?
I thought we were doing the tips and was just taking a little bit too long.
Hello. Are you there? Let's go to the next game.
Can I comment on the game at all? Or?
Oh, yeah, go.
You sure?
Well, it's our game. So it's our game, so we get first. It's our game, so we get first dibs at it.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
Yeah. Okay,
go.
Yeah. So just me looking at this game, it is a forever rivals game, isn't it?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the rivalry between Carlton and Richmond. And that's why we're on this show, isn't it, boys? It's about the rivalry, mate. None of this and that and this and that and this. Come on, boys. Get in there. Fight the rivalry, Quinn. Rock, come on. You got your 5 or 6 players at the bottom there. One day they'll do good, the next day they'll do shit, then you bang the shit out of them. Right? Richmond have got a good opportunity to beat Carlton this week, mate. All right? Have faith in them.
Fucking oath.
And
I'll tell you what, Mark.
It's a big
No,
game, mate. It's a rivalry. Doesn't matter if you're on the bottom of the ladder or on the top of the ladder, mate. Just like Essendon, Collingwood, Anzac Day. Doesn't matter where you guys are on the ladder, right? Use it 5 goals, 4 goals, 6 goals. Richmond have got an opportunity. If Richmond up by 46 points on Thursday night, Carlton will not come back, all right? But I will give Carlton Spuds a little bit of, I don't like to say it, but Carlton should beat you by about 10 points. But don't give up, Quinn. You're giving up too easy.
I now know. I now know where.
New coach, you got new players, you got young players.
Yeah.
I know realistically it's about 5, 6 goals. It's not 5, 6. Carl will come out on Thursday night and smash you guys by 120 points if they really wanted to.
Yeah. I'm now convinced the Essendon Football Club knows exactly where the drugs are stashed, and that's at your place, Marco, because you've got no idea.
We've got to move on, and trust me, man, the rivalry is there, and it will be there tomorrow, mate.
No,
don't you worry, mate. When I get there, man, don't you worry, man. If I see Quinn, I'm going to fucking tackle him to the ground. I'm going to punch him straight in the back of the head, and then I'll have a beer with him at the end of the game. That's not the point. But you say, oh, they got a chance at that. But see, what me and Quinn are doing, we're analysing and we're being realistic about the game, right? But I gave you an honest appraisal of what I think would happen. You go about and go, we got the rivalry and that. So where are Richmond going to beat us?
Mate,
where are Richmond going to beat us? Like if you're a coach, where are Richmond going to beat us?
It doesn't matter. I'll tell you
You're starting to sound like Manny.
If Richmond,
keep me out of this.
Carlton, if Richmond beat Carlton this week, mate, I'm gonna chuck a brown eye on his fucking.
No, but you shouldn't chuck anything. You shouldn't chuck anything. You know why? Because your statement has no substance.
It does.
You've given nothing. You've given nothing.
I did not say that Richmond's going to beat Carlton. I did say that Carlton will beat Richmond.
Yeah, and you said they've got a chance. I just want to know, where are they going to beat us? Where?
Teamwork, mate. Team play. For the coach. The first. What do you mean, mate?
He's right. No, Rocco, he's right. If
you assuming that you're going to win by 5 or 6 goals because you're assuming something that you've got no control of, mate.
Yeah.
At the end
I'm
of the
just
day,
asking you. This conversation goes on.
If my grandmother had balls, she'd be my grandfather.
Where, if they're going to beat us, where are they going to beat us? How are they going to beat us? Like, think about it. Are they going to beat us in defense?
Let's move on to another game. He's got no idea. Let's move on to another game.
Playing. That's all it is, mate. It's all about team and having confidence in your players. That's all it is, mate.
You know what I want?
It's all about here, mate.
Hey, Mark, we're not talking about Essendon right now. We're talking about Richmond and Carlton. Hey, let's talk about Essendon. Who's Essendon playing now? Who's Essendon playing?
No, listen. I was just going to finish off with.
You're zero. You're 0 points, mate. So I wouldn't be saying anything at the moment. You're 0. You got. I
was just going to say. I got a little bit of an assignment next week. Can you actually research some of the games, Mark?
Sorry, mate.
Can you just do some research next week, and maybe you can actually put in something that's of
you
value.
Have the audacity to talk that way to the Premiership side. What are you talking about, Mark?
Have you won a game?
See ya. Hey, Rock, just quickly, I do want to say, because we will move on, obviously.
Yeah, we got to move on.
We'll move on. Just I wanted to say, I was on the way home from work. I was supposed to tell you at the front, but I was on the way home from work today, driving along Port Melbourne there through the beach. I look over, I see Big Harry Mackay. And I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Celtic Pride. It's a basketball movie. And in the movie, they're big Celtics fans, and they go and they kidnap the Utah Jazz's best player right for the playoff series just to keep him off the ground. I saw Harry. I'm driving my ute, and I thought, geez, I couldn't just do a quick little swerve on the footpath, knock him down. I thought, what happens if it's not Harry? Because if it was from a distance, I'm like, it might be Ben. It could be Ben Mackay. I'm like, well, I'm not really too sure. But he was playing. He had his dog with him. He was on the water, and he was kicking the footy to his dog. I wasn't sure which one it was, but I saw him turn sideways and he went to snap the ball and he shanked it off back onto the road. And I'm like, no, it's definitely Harry. I probably should have turned around and got him, but I wasn't 100%, so I didn't. So we're luckily for current supporters, I left him alone and he'll be out there tomorrow night. But it was good.
He'll kick 5 on you this week, mate. He'll kick 5.
He probably will now I've said that. He probably will, the prick.
All right, let's get to the next one here. What is the next one? Who was next?
I had the picture here. Well, Collingwood's next on Friday night.
All right, let's do it. Here we go. We got Collingwood and Sydney, round one. Oh, round one, man. Anyway, it's Friday at 7:40 p.m. Collingwood versus Sydney. They get to unveil their shit flag there in front of the Sydney faithful there. The Bloods. All right, Manny, this is your game. Tell us, where are you going to win it? And how is Sydney going to lose this? Tell me.
Look, I think the only way we're going to win this game is if hopefully we get Jeremy Howe back in the defence. Somehow he seems to be huge structure for the team. I think you're going to see a different Collingwood this week. Not trying to make excuses. We didn't play the way we wanted to play last week. It clearly shows that GWS at the moment is a lot better than us after that performance. But I think you're going to be a big surprise here. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see because Ash Johnson, Mason Cox, and John Noble. I can tell you right now, mate, they're 3 players that are under the pump, hoping that they get selected for this week's game because the way they played, it clearly shows that they're going to have to step up to the next level. I know that many people say that the club wins, the team wins the premiership, then the following year that, they've got that, what do you call it? I'm over it. We've won. No, I think after the game, if you saw the interview with McRae, he looked very, very disappointed. But having said that, I think he's seen a lot of things from that game, and he's going to implement those changes. So at this stage, I'm not going to say too much, but watch this space, matey. And you know what? Grundy and was it Taylor Adams? Is he the one that's gone?
Is Taylor Adams in? I don't even know. Did he play? I don't even know.
He didn't play last week. He wasn't available. I don't know if he's been picked tomorrow.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. But it's going to be really interesting to see. I don't want to say too much. After Friday's game, I'll be more confident to say whether we're going to be picking up on 2023 or whether it's just an average year for us.
I reckon Adam's out for 5 weeks. So I don't know if that's true or not. I got no idea.
Yeah.
So can I just say, what do you reckon, Mark?
What's that about this game?
Well, no, about courts and security doors.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, if you go get a hole, go to website, 50% off. Go.
Yeah. No Ginnivan, no Collingwood, mate. That's all I've got to say.
You know what? For me, would be the most pleasurable thing. For me, the most pleasurable thing would be Hawthorn Bombers and Ginnivan. And then Ginnivan scores 4 goals, 5 goals, and then I'd be sitting there saying to you, how sweet it is to have Ginnivan. Hey? At the end of the day,
I'm not going to say too much about this game. I'll leave it all up to you, Manny. All right. So
well, I've said what I've said. At the moment, I can't sit here and brag and feel the confidence that Rocco does. I mean, he's got a smile from ear to ear. If he was a woman, he was putting on lipstick, mate, it'd be right across. That's how big his smile is. So let's be fair. But at the moment, I'm a realist. Collingwood play pathetic. There's going to be a lot of changes coming through. I'll be able to give you more analytical, positive or negatives next week. But at this stage, I reckon we'll still beat the Swans, but it's going to be a close game.
Could be a flip of the coin match for me, this one.
What about you, Quenty? Any thoughts on Shitwood and Bloods?
You mean the flake pies?
Yeah. That's a see you later. That's a good buy.
It doesn't lose, mate.
It's going to be a good thing all year, Rock. This should be a segment. It happens that often now. It may as well be a segment.
This will go on forever. I might even extend it to like keywords.
little triggers that gets him off the show.
Triggers, and then we just take him off. I reckon I might do one for Mark.
You know what we got to get you, Manny? I got a German Shepherd, right? And when we're training her, we got one of those little shot collars. Not nothing too excessive, but just a little bit of a zap every time she did the wrong thing or barked too loud or anything. I reckon every time you bring Collingwood's flag up, instead of Rocco removing you, maybe we'll just give you a little zap of the shot collar. And that way we all get a bit of entertainment. You don't get off the screen. We still get to see you. You still get to contribute. What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. Quid, thanks for that. I'll keep that in mind for.
We might have to wig that up there, right? I reckon right up your clacker there, right in the back.
Dylan.
No, he'd enjoy that. He would enjoy that.
Yeah, I know that's the problem. He'll enjoy it too much. Yeah, you got a fan here, man. We did have Paul Sebastiani as the best analyst, but then we did pick up David Rees-Jones, who's now on the Jumper Punch every Sunday on Blue Sunday. He's the best analyst, but now they reckon that Manny's the best analyst on the Jumper Punch. What can I say, mate?
Good on you, Dylan. Good on you, buddy.
I tell you what, man, you're going to do Dylan a favour as well. He's been backing you up all night. He's asked for it a few times in the comments. I know Ginnivan's left the club, but where's little Yoda gone, mate? Dylan's been asking for him all night.
Yeah. Where's the Yoda?
Who is he now? Because you can't be Ginnivan anymore. We need a new player. Who is it?
Well, look, at the moment, there's a toss between two players, but he may be Billy Frampton.
He's got the Have you noticed his eyes? He's got all the names on the bottom there on his desk. I thought you would have said Bobby Hill, mate. He'd be the perfect replacement for him.
No. Oh, originally I was going to say Maynard, because Maynard gets things done. He gets things done, but I'm not sure at the moment.
I think we're all interested because I think everyone's waiting now. They weren't at the start of the show, but everyone's waiting for this game here. I think everyone's really waiting for this because we want to hear. I can hear the cogs ticking over now because we're going to get the best analyst on Fourever Rivals talk about this one here. This should really is like a dead rubber. But anyway, Essendon and Hawthorn Saturday at 2020 at one. You know when they give you the 145, you know what that means. No, nobody cares.
Hey, Rocco, when you say a dead rubber, are you promoting condoms?
Well, I guess I'm not gonna take it too long here, boys. But it's the line in the sand game, mate.
That long.
Essendon and Hawthorn, line in the sand. We'll get out there. We'll show a little bit of character. We have got a full list, to be quite honest, so that's a good thing through the pre-season. I think Parrish was a late withdrawal, a slight hamstring. Don't want to get too much into the players, but
Martin's excited here. What a game!
So line in the sand. It's gonna be a classic. I reckon there'll be a few punch-ons, not full-on punch-ons, but a few scuffles. It's gonna be a good game. Essendon Hawthorn. I think we'll get over by 42 points this week. We've got the edge over Hawthorn the last few years. Archie Perkins seems to have a good game against them, so I reckon he'll kick about 3 goals, sitting around the forward flank there through the midfield and the wing. But Mackay, good to see him in the back line there. I think you hold our back line strength. And I think we'll be right. The package might surprise us this week and kick a couple of goals. 2-meter Peter is back in. He might kick a couple of goals. And you know what? I'm confident that Essendon will come out and win by about 42 points.
Can I say that when you normally
Who just reckons if the Bombers lose the Hawks, they will be 0-7. Look at the draw, Rocco. I did look at the draw, man, and this is probably your easiest game you've got.
Can I say that usually history shows you that it's the teams that finish off really well the year before that potentially are showing that the Bulldogs did it, right? They were finishing so well that following year they end up winning the premiership. Yeah. Now I'm not saying that Hawthorn wasn't finishing well, but they were finishing a lot better than the Bombers. The Bombers look lost, man. I'm telling you, what was missing was a compass because you guys had no idea, right? No idea. I don't know whether you guys were coming or going. You're right. Reality, you need a reality check, all of you, right? I can tell you right now, you will have no hope. Hawthorn is going to spank you guys so hard. I'm telling you, it's going to be one of those whips and chains situations, mate. You guys are going to get done, mate. So you want a reality check, you're going to get it against Hawthorn.
The package of Canada, for all the Australians out there, that means the package of shit.
Merda. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll wait and see.
But you can't keep saying that, Marco. You can't be saying that's okay. That's okay. I remember last year I got hammered. I got hammered by Rocco when we were going downhill, right? And whether I liked it or not, it was hurting. But I was just saying, it's okay, it's okay. I was accepting, you know what? We've proven that we may be up there to win the game, the premiership. But at one stage, I stopped believing. You've got to become a realist. You've got to believe in reality. You know what I mean? You guys have done nothing, I think, for 28 years. Yeah? It's been at least 28. Has it been 28 years? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Manny, you've got to
24
years. You can't be negative, all right? And that's what's happened with Essendon through the Judge Star. That's all history now. So you've got to keep on thinking positive. If you're going to think it negative, you might as well not support your club, all right? Carlton's gone through the hard times. Richmond are going to go through the hard times. You guys are starting to maybe come down to your hard times. You've just got to keep on being supportive.
My son is 14 years old. Has seen a couple of premierships.
There's no point me saying that Hawthorn's going to beat us. What would I want to say that for? All right, boys. I think Hawthorn's going to beat us by 2 goals because we're shit. No, we're not shit.
Good.
We'll be there.
You finally
when Essendon play Collingwood again, we'll see the game and then we'll see the difference between Essendon and Collingwood again. Because
what are you talking
every time
about?
we play you guys,
we gave you guys 6 goals head start at the start of the last quarter, and then McRae said,
you guys kicked
boom.
the goal.
He did that. He clicked his fingers. He said, right, let's show them. Boom. Right. And then you guys, I don't think you guys saw the ball go past the halfway line. You know what I mean?
We should have been Collingwood that game.
You should have
kicked the ball on the boundary line of 40-meter game. But anyway, I'm confident that Essendon will win by 42 points. They should, and we will be the sleeping giants. Just be mindful because there's always a team. There's always going to be a team every year that's going to surprise other clubs, right? And you just don't know, mate. You've got a full list. You've got your players coming back, no injuries, right? And that can make a difference to the season. So,
wow.
Look, if we get beaten by Hawthorn, I'd be very disappointed. But with a full list, we should beat Hawthorn comfortably. Okay, that's what I feel, and that's all there is to it. The rest of the 6 or 7 games, if we win, I'm confident we'll win those games as well. Okay.
This is better than the castle. Tell Mark he's dreaming, mate. He's dreaming.
I'll dream a little dream if I have to dream, mate.
No,
we got a new member, Dylan. become a member. Everyone become a member. Hey, Dylan, about time, you bloody tight ass. You earn more than me now, and now you've become a member. So
Good on you, Dylan.
If you become a member, guys, I just want to quickly tell you, if you do become a member, you go in the draw for $1,000 hamper. You go in the draw to get on the couch. You go into the draw to have a kick with Ange, and you go into the draw to win, not that you want this, but you go into the draw to win cult membership and also go in the draw to get tickets to our stage show. Man, I'm telling you, it's bloody worth it. Everyone get on there and help out the channel. Hey, that was a good. Well done, Marco. Analyze that to the shit house.
Ginnivan is going to give it to you guys.
What do you reckon,
That's what the show is all about.
Manny, how many goals is Ginnivan going to kick?
Look, I'm not going to get overboard here. I reckon he will score a couple of goals. He wants to prove himself. He wants to clearly show that he wants to be a different club, more mature player. I think he's going to score at least a couple of goals. And you know what? Whether he's gone to Hawthorn or not, the one thing I like about Ginnivan is that he's an entertainer. He's an entertainer. He knows how to entertain. You know, right? And that's the one thing I liked about Ginnivan. Now, you know, at the moment, you know how they say that there's light at the end of the tunnel, right? I can tell you right now, if there's one club that at the moment will not see light for a very long time, and I feel sorry for kids that are growing up having parents that are Essendon supporters, because, you know, I mean, can you imagine now, right, that if you've got, say, a 20-year-old child, he'd be saying, but Dad, will we ever see that? Will we ever win a premiership? Or better still, do you reckon we'll play finals football? I don't know. Dad, why would you punish me? Why would you do that? You know what I mean? So if there's one team that I reckon has got no hope, and that's Essendon. Essendon, don't even think about, you know what? The best thing you can do is hope to finish 9th, 10th, just to keep a little bit of respect for yourselves.
That's all right.
Yeah?
I'm happy with that.
Richmond is going to finish. Richmond's going to finish on top of you guys, right? And after round 10, and this is a big statement, and I want this marked down. After round 10, right, you're going to have Carlton and Collingwood, who are going to be talking about potentially finals football. And I'm going to feel sad. I'm going to feel sad because you're going to be talking about what if, and what this, and what that, and if this, and if that. And of course, as Rocco always says, if his grandmother had wheels, she would have been a motorbike.
Hey, we got a bit of
Manny,
big laugh.
you still haven't won a game yet, mate. You still haven't won a game yet, mate. You still have 0 points. Sydney. Ain't talking right yet, mate.
Lower Owens, thank you very much, man. She has become a member. You go into the draw for all that. I hope you win it because.
You're right, Mark. We haven't won a game.
Anyway, he's off for showing the flag pies there, and I can see him in the thing. So until he takes it down, he's not coming back on. So thanks, Lana. You are a star. You are a star. Oh, and we've got another donation here. So, Mark, Bombers are cooked. Need the boys back at Stephen Dank's safe injection room.
Injecting room.
All right, let's go. Injection. All right, let's go. We've got to move, mate. Hey, time flies when Essendon supporters talk shit. All right, let's go. All right. What are we going to do? You know what we're going to do now? We're going to go for the tips now. Let's do it so we can. That's Quinny's job, and we're going to quickly fly through these tips because we've done the analysing of all the games. Let's go for it. First game, Carlton Richmond.
All righty. Yes. Straight in, Carlton Richmond. Rocco, I'm like you. I'm always going to go with my heart over my head, so I'm going the Tigers.
Yeah. You guys?
Yeah,
Blues
by 10 points.
Blues.
And you, Mark?
Carlton by 10 points.
Oh, nice. All right, go. Next game, Collingwood.
Yeah, Collingwood versus Sydney Friday night.
Yeah, Magpies for me.
Yeah, this was going to be about flipping the coin round, but I don't know. I'll go Collingwood, but I wish Sydney win, but I'll be going Collingwood.
Yeah, good on you, Mark.
I'm going the Pies as well, Rock.
Yeah, listen, I actually think Collingwood will come back. They're playing at the G. They're not going to lose this game against the Swans. You know, Swans ain't even playing well. But trust me, man, I'll be going for those Swans, man. Like there's no, I might even go and buy a Swans top, mate. That's how much I want them to win. So who's next? Oh, we got another one. Wayne Montgomery becomes a member. Thank you very much, guys. This seriously, you're all going to go into the draw. As I said, man, we do really put everything back in, and we've got some huge prizes to give, man. We're happy to give, man, because without you guys, we are nothing, man. We appreciate everything you do. Thanks, Wayne, man, who's also a very big supporter of us. Let's go for it.
All right, we keep going. Just quickly, Rock, if you want, you can borrow this. Otherwise, I'll be wearing it on Friday night. I've got one of these.
I'm going to borrow it. I'm going to be wearing it, mate.
I'll drop it off. I'll drop it off to you at the game tomorrow.
If the Swans win, I'm going to put that on, and we're going to go over to Manny's place.
Yeah,
done.
You're all more than welcome.
Done. I got the shorts and socks as well. Don't ask why. Just know that I've got them. We're good to go. But we'll keep moving with these tips, or we'll never finish up. We got Mark, your boys. Bombers take on the Hawks Saturday afternoon. I'm going the Bombers, Mark. I think Hawthorn's backline are too decimated. I think Peter might have said it as well earlier. I think their backline's too decimated. So I think the Bombers will get up in this one.
Thanks, Gwen.
Manny?
Mate, Hawthorn's going to slaughter them. Hawthorn's going to make them look. It's going to be. I'm going to enjoy this game.
So you've got an answer. Listen, I'm with Quinny here because I do actually know that Hawthorn, their back line has been poor. So they've got nothing there. So they would have to pull something special out of here. But so I am going to go with Essendon. But again, I'll be bloody barring for those Hawks, man. Hard. I'm going to want them to like. I want them to do the Dermot Brereton and run through you. Next. There you go.
I don't have a Hawks jersey for you, unfortunately, Rock. So I can't give you one of those. But I do have the tips for the next game. We've got the Giants against North Melbourne. I would assume this is relatively straightforward. Giants for mine, especially at Giant Stadium. I don't think North have any chance of this one.
Yeah. I'm the same, GWS. I can't see.
Yes, what? Manny has an 80-inch. Look at him. About it. Only a TV.
Well, you did say that.
I'm just letting Dylan know. If he wants to come and watch footy in the big screen, that's all. Yeah, maybe we can watch the replay. Maybe watch the second half of that Lions Carlton game.
Maybe, but we've watched it enough times. Next.
I thought that was going somewhere else there, man. You're about to get kicked off. Next game, Geelong versus St Kilda. Two teams I'm really unsure of, but it is at Geelong, and they don't lose too often down there. So Cats for me.
Sorry, who was Geelong playing?
St Kilda.
Yeah, I'll go for Geelong because they're at Geelong, yeah. At the Cattery.
You, Marco? I bet you this is
Geelong,
your top.
Geelong for me, Joe.
I think Geelong. Yeah, they're going to be hard to beat up there. I don't know. Everyone's giving bloody the Saints a big rap this year, and I don't understand why, So what's this?
Alrighty, well.
Killing it tonight, Mark. Put Mark on the field. Maybe Essendon will have a better chance.
Yeah. Centre half bench.
Don't mind it. All righty, we go back up to People First Stadium on the Gold Coast. They take on the Crows on Saturday night. And after what they did to us on the weekend, Gold Coast won't lose another game all year, so they'll win this one.
Yeah, Gold Coast for me at home.
You go Gold Coast.
Yeah, me too, Gold Coast.
I'm actually going to go against the grain here. I reckon Adelaide were a good side last year, man. I just thought that the Gold Coast came up against a really ordinary side this week.
We'll find out.
Let's go.
Moving on, because I've had enough of this shit. That's it, Mark. Moving on. No, I'll be at this game actually Sunday afternoon. The Bulldog, or Melbourne, I should say, take on the Western Bulldogs at the MCG. Big one. I'm going the underdogs here. No pun intended. I'm going to go the Bulldogs for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Melbourne. No, actually, this is the flip of the coin for me. My apologies. Flip of the coin. Heads Melbourne, tails Bulldogs. All right, so we've got tails. Bulldogs for me.
I'm going to give Melbourne another chance, and I'll go for Melbourne this week.
Yeah, they're a funny team. They just don't like to look united. Melbourne, for some reason, man, they just look a little bit out. But I'm going to go with Manny here. I think Melbourne, with the big Gorn up there, will take this.
Yeah.
Alrighty, move on. We've only got two more to get through. I think the next one's going to be another pretty straightforward one. Port Adelaide at home are taking on the West Coast Eagles, and you'd presume Harley Reid, the big debutant there, will come out, but it won't be enough, and Port Adelaide will get the job done comfortably.
Yeah, Port Adelaide for me.
Port
I
Adelaide.
think everyone's going. Yeah, if anyone goes against Port, maybe Mark would.
He's frozen too. The tinfoil hat.
What do you reckon? Who are you going for? Mark, who are you going for?
You boys?
Yeah, who are you going for?
We on?
Yeah.
What are you going for?
I reckon he's going for. All right, let's go to the next one. I reckon he's going to go. No one's going to go for
No, he'll be going Port Adelaide. And then last game, probably another straightforward one. Freo take on Brisbane at Optus Stadium. But I don't think Brisbane are going to be happy with what they did last week, and I reckon they'll bounce back pretty strong.
No, I'm going to put my money on Fremantle.
All right. And Mark?
Fair enough. Boys, I've introduced another tip for the round. It's called the upset game. So this is going to be my upset tip. Okay, so every week I'm just going to pick a team that would upset the opposition team. So Freo will beat the Lions as an upset tip this week.
Unreal. I would have thought you would have picked Richmond, since you were just talking so much about that being the upset, but you really do think that Carlton's going to win. So it's beautiful. I love it. You're a Carlton supporter deep down, I know. All right, let's have a look at this. Hey, there wasn't much, but I just thought I'd show you this last week. Let's have a look at this. 4-2-1-1. Yous are a bunch of losers. Rocco starts.
I can't believe Rocco got 4.
All 4, mate. All 4 of them, man. I picked the Blues. I was the only one to pick the Blues. The others. What else? I actually got them here. I was the only one who picked the Blues.
Rocco got 4 out of 4. Amazing.
Yeah. Sydney. Who else? The Gold Coast. Yeah, a few just went for Richmond, and and then the other one was the Collingwood GWS. So anyway, 4, we start with a big bang. All right.
It's only round 0, mate. It's only round 0.
Oh, yeah. All right, so we've got are you still there, Quinn? All right, but I think he's lost some sound, so that's what he said. he's written me a message. He reckons he's lost sound, so we might have to we're going to finish off anyway. It's been 2 hours, guys.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, Quinn.
Long, mate.
You there, Quinn?
No, he's gone.
Nah, he's gone. Anyway, we had all that. I think I've shown everything. I might just put up this for a little bit of a laugh.
The epitome of a Collingwood.
Counterpunch! Come on!
Yeah. Come on.
I'm from Maui! I'm from Maui!
The reason I showed that is because remember, rocking all over the Burbs. The second edition has come out. This time we went over to Brisbane. And who did we speak to? The Triple M. We spoke to with Purple and we spoke to Dunstall, and they all came on and had a word about us. They were all wrong because they all picked fucking Brisbane to win, so they were all wrong. But yeah, so we're around there. This week, I think we might be going down to Richmond to do a bit of our talking around the Burbs there. So make sure you catch that, everyone. Make sure you catch. It's funny. It's funny. It's unbelievable the people you get out there. So
it's going to be a bit risky. It's going to be a bit risky, Rocco.
You there, Quinn? I was just saying, man, I just showed the Maui one. Make sure you catch rocking all over the Burbs. This week we went over to Brisbane, and this week we might be coming down to Richmond. So we're not sure which street, but I reckon that'll be a good one to do after. We're going to have to do it after the maybe on the weekend or something. So we're going to go down there. It's always a good. Make sure you watch all the shows. Man, you got Jumper Punch, of course. No, I don't have to tell anyone. Definitely the best show out there, you know. And then
that's going to be a bit risky going to Richmond. If Carlton beats Richmond, and all of a sudden you're going down to Richmond to take the piss out of the Richmond supporters.
Well, what I intend to do, I'm going to get some Corton bloody security doors. I'm going to put them around me, and that's how I'm going to go down there. So I'm going to be completely safe. Get down there, see Mark, 10% off. Trust me, man. Help out the local business. Thank you very much, Mark. You're a star on board, mate.
Thank you.
Yes, so make sure you catch that Blue Sunday. Hey, we got David Rees-Jones, premiership player, Norm Smith medalist. If you want to talk about tough, not your bloody Cox over there, he's like, that's a tough man. The most reported man. The bloke is a genius. He comes on every week and he analyzes the game. So who else gets David Rees-Jones on the show? Nobody. So make sure you catch that on the Sunday. We got the thing, and then we got our show, of course. You've got rocking all over the Burbs, and then we got the double. Remember double. I've renamed that double an old game through young eyes. Man, it's two young kids looking at the game. Mate, they do. I know Luke is a bloody Collingwood supporter, but he has got half a brain. So, and then we got the new show on Thursday, which will be on. It's tomorrow, Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow at 5 p.m. It's going to be live. It'll go on for about half an hour or so. It's called The Change Room: Mindful Chats for the Game of Life. So we've got Rash, we've got another psychologist, and they're just going to talk about just mindsets in the game and about life and just see how things go. So that's the new show, The Change Room. And then make sure you catch Quinn's Tiger Den. Hey, when do you put on? Usually put them before or after the game, Quinn?
Yeah, so usually both. There'll be one before every game, one after every game, hopefully a few things in between as well, see what we can get out time-wise. But I did my preview for this game with the Old Dark Blues channel, so it won't be on my channel for this week, but it'll be back after the Carlton game where I'll give my my review of it all and hopefully talking about a Tigers win, but we'll wait and see. But yeah, so usually before and after the games.
Yeah, regardless, man, make sure everyone get on there, man. Subscribe, mate. I'm telling you, the least you can do is get down there, mate. Subscribe. You don't have to pay anything. All you do is you push a button. They notify you for the show, right? And trust me, by you subscribing, what it does is it helps the algorithm. It helps put our shows up there, right? And it helps us, So, mate, we love you all, man. Like all the likes, everything you do, man. We've had like 40, 50 people all night, watching the show, which is great, man. We love everyone. So make sure you get around and support everyone.
Yeah, thanks to everyone who gets on board and listens to our logical commentary of the game and a little bit of banter. And of course, it's fantastic to see that Mark is on the ball too.
Oh, no, we're loving it. We're loving it. All right, guys, I think we do have to go, right? So I just got a message for you. I'm sorry, Quinn, right? In a cop a big ass whipping at the end of the day. You, Manny, what can I say? You're a bunch of bloody frauds, and you have become the new delusional person on the channel here. So forget about you, blokes. All I can say is go the Mighty Blues.
Hot boys!
Points.